everyone and welcome back to my channel. And if this is your first time here, then hi, my name is Lauren. And on my channel, we mostly talk about anything luxury, but we also discuss lifestyle and beauty. So if you're interested in any of these topics, please consider subscribing to my channel and we'll get started with the video. So in today's video, I'm going to be presenting you a thorough review and comparison between a Chanel Tweed bag and a Chanel Denim bag. We'll talk about pros and cons, wear and tear. So if you're curious to see which one fits your needs, then please keep on watching. So first, let's start with the Chanel Denim bag. This is the Chanel Mini Rectangular in denim in this limited edition CC logo with the little strassy on it. It is incredibly cute. I've had this bag for a really long time and I still love it, exactly the same as the first day that I actually got it, if not more. This bag has really grown on me. I think this, in my mind, is the perfect day bag. First, because it has the strap like this, so that means you can wear this bag crossbody. Chanel Mini Rectangular is one of the best crossbody bags out there because the chain is actually long enough even for tall people like me. So I really appreciate that about this bag. But then, of course, because it's denim gives it such a casual, like, day bag-like look, which I love about it. I feel like it's really easy to wear this bag. It's very casual. It works with a lot of different outfits. I feel like it's so easy to pair this with, like, you know, a pair of jeans or with like a skirt or a dress. It really is easy to pair with a bunch of different colors also, especially because I chose mine in black. So, you know, it's super easy to pair with basically anything that you have in your wardrobe. And then the next thing to say that I really like about denim is that it works for any season. So I feel like here, especially in the Northeast United States, we have a lot of different seasons. And so it's important for me when looking at purchasing a handbag that I will be able to wear this for at least like 3 of the 4 seasons. Because if I can only wear a bag like for 1 season, especially with the price tag that Chanel now has, then for me it wouldn't be worth it. So I feel like a denim bag, especially in this kind of like color combination, really works year round. I'm very comfortable taking this out in the summertime and I feel like it works just as well in the winter. So that's one of the main things that I really appreciate about a denim bag. Next, I also feel like a denim bag can be worn at night. So hear me out, because I feel like you'll be like, oh, this is not an evening bag. And what I mean by that is you can wear this on like a night out with friends. Say you're going to a bar, for example, or like a nightclub or like a lounge or any of these, you know, kind of settings. I think that this would be really perfect because it's not too dressed up. It's not like you're going to like a super fancy restaurant. But at the same time, like, having the security of having, you know, the crossbody option is really perfect. And then because it's denim, it's always a little bit more casual. I feel like especially the limited edition that I got right here is a good color combination for an evening bag in like a bar setting. It's not gonna get like stained, especially because it's black, so I'm a little bit less, you know, cautious about that. And then at the same time, I like the little strassy. It's a little like evening-like. It's not too dressed up, but it can also work if you have like nights out with your girlfriends at bars. Now, for the con aspect of the denim look, I would say that it can at times of course, look a little bit cheap or even fake. So I've had several people come up to me in the street be like, is it even a real bag? Like, I've never seen this edition. And I think that's also in big part because it is a limited edition. It is something that's been like available once and then that's it. So I feel like that's in a large part due to it, but because it's a little bit less fancy, let's say, than like a leather bag or like a tweed bag or any other fabric, I feel like a lot of people are going to assume that it's either fake or that it's like a little bit cheap looking. So that's definitely the con part of having a Chanel denim bag. Moving on to the wear and tear. So like I've mentioned before, I've had this bag for basically the longest time. I think it's been like, I don't know, probably like 6 years or so at the very least. I got this bag in Paris and I still love it just as much as I did on day one. But The one thing is the wear and tear has not been the best. So I've had the bag for a really long time, but I haven't worn it a lot because I'm very protective of it, because I'm very scared of getting like, you know, damage to the bag. And I feel like you can already see a lot of wear and tear around the edges. So right here on the edges of the flat part, right here, they have quite a bit of fading to it. So the bag itself is black. And if you look at these edges, they're gonna be like maybe dark gray or like mid gray. So that's not something that I love about it. I went to my SA to ask her like what could be done, and she basically said nothing, unfortunately. So because the bag is black, I always told myself that later down the road, if it becomes too much, that I could use like a Sharpie. I know it's like a little crazy, but that I could use like a Sharpie on the edges because, you know, the bag is black, so you wouldn't see it. So I feel a little bit more reassured that way. I wouldn't necessarily get a denim bag in a color other than black, because obviously if it's not black, you're not gonna be able to like Sharpie it. But that's kind of like the iffy part about having a denim bag. There's quite a bit of damage that can happen because you're always touching it, especially right here, the corners, especially here actually, because it's like resting on your body. I always wear this bag across body, and you can see that it's no longer brand new, even though I've used it, let's say like max, I don't know, maybe 20 times max in like 6 or 7 years. So it's definitely not a lot. I'm very protective of my bag because it's a limited edition. So I always feel a little bit iffy taking it out. So if you want to feel comfortable about taking your bag out, I would say don't get a denim bag, or then at least get a black denim bag like I did. Next, we'll move on to the Chanel Tweed bag. And for the Chanel Tweed bag, this is also a Chanel mini rectangular, and the tweed is in this gorgeous pink color. Before you say anything, because I feel like this is gonna come up really quickly, this is actually not a bag that is part of my bag collection. For the ones who've been subscribed to my channel for a while, you've probably seen like my bag collection, you've seen my unboxing. This has never been either an unboxing or part of my bag collection videos. And that is because this bag is actually a replica. This is not a real Chanel bag, it is a replica. So if you're interested in getting this particular bag from the Fake Factory, or basically anything else from them, all of the relevant information will be in the description box of the video down below for you, along with the coupon code. So everything will be down there. I love getting replicas to try things out because I've actually never had a tweed bag. I've always talked about like having, you know, a tweed bag in my bag collection, and I've never had one. So I felt like this was a good idea to try one out and see if it works for me. Alright, so let's talk about the looks and the advantages of the tweed. So I feel like a tweed bag, for me at least, would be a day bag as well as an evening bag. I could definitely see myself wearing this bag during the day to like go to the mall, to like go to a brunch with my friends. But at the same time, I could definitely see myself wearing this bag on a date, depending on the outfit, maybe with like a white dress or like a black skirt or something like that, depending on the setting as well. But I could definitely see myself wearing this to a fancy restaurant. I feel like I would be very comfortable doing so. So I like the fact that it is a versatile, or at least more versatile than the denim one. But then the one bad thing about the tweed is that, at least for me, it really screams more of like a fall to winter bag. I don't think that this is a bag that would work for every single season. Obviously, it's in pink, which is more of like a spring/summery color. But even in the pink version of this tweed bag, I feel like it's definitely more of like a fall to winter thing. So versatile in terms of day to night, but not so much in terms of seasons. So next, we are going to talk about the wear and tear. And here, I feel like the wear and tear is going to be slightly better than what it would be like with a denim bag. So obviously I haven't had this bag for a very long time. I've had it for like 2 weeks, but I feel like I've worn it quite a bit, and you can't like see anything on the corners. I still feel like they look brand new, so I wouldn't be too worried about the wear and tear. The one thing obviously is because of the color combination and because of the fact that it's fabric and not leather, you are going to have to be very careful with color transfer on the bag. that is something to mention. It is something that would also happen with the denim bag if I didn't get it in black. So for that, it is pretty similar. The one thing that I will say is that here, if you happen to stain your bag, the stain is not gonna come off as easily as it would be on a denim bag. And here, you're also not going to be able to like Sharpie it out, either Sharpie out like a stain or Sharpie out the edges. So that's also something maybe to take into consideration, because the bag is obviously pink, but even if it were in black, because it's not going to be a solid color, because of the tweed pattern, it's not going to be as easy to like cover up messes. So tweed is obviously a very iconic fabric from Chanel, which I love about this handbag. Obviously, when you think about like Chanel tweed jackets, it's kind of like the first thing that you think about when you think of Chanel. It's either like a CF bag or a Chanel tweed jacket. Obviously, that jacket is going to feature tweed, so it is one of their like essential fabrics. I feel like if you want to have, you know, a Chanel bag collection, like a proper Chanel bag collection, you do need a tweed bag. It is an essential part of the brand. I obviously don't have a tweed bag yet, but I would love to acquire a real one. I think that kind of having this definitely made me like, you know, pretty sure that I want to get a real one. I wasn't like super sure before, like I wanted one, but I wasn't, you know, necessarily, I think that I was still a little bit concerned about like the responsibility and like the care and the wear and tear and all of that. But I think that having this fake one really kind of like put my mind at ease in terms of, you know, wear and tear and kind of like the care instructions for it. So that's really one of the things that I appreciate about replicas, and like the factory sending me their stuff is that way I can try out the items and then see if they work for me. If they don't, then let them go, of course. But if they do work, then get the real one. So that's what I appreciate about that. So again, if you are interested in getting anything from this fake factory, everything will be in the description box of the video down below. I feel like the quality is really, really nice. It obviously resembles like the bag model 100%. And the tweed is actually really, really soft. So I've obviously tried on like tweed bags in the Chanel store. And then, you know, kind of decided not to get them for X, Y, or Z reason. But I remember that the tweed was super soft, and this one really, really is nice and soft. So that's also one of the bonuses in terms of having a tweed bag. It really is nice against your skin. In the winter time, it's like so warm and cozy. And the denim bag definitely doesn't have that, especially mine, because it has a little like strassers on it. It's kind of uncomfortable. I feel like if you wear that around like your bare skin, it's gonna maybe scratch you or not be as comfortable as a tweed bag. So in conclusion, I would definitely recommend having a tweed bag over having a denim bag. And I feel like it's kind of ironic because the real one that I actually do have is the denim one, and it's not the tweed one. But I feel like tweed has a lot of pros going for itself. I feel like it's very comfortable, it's very cute, it's very iconic. It's kind of like a must-have in a Chanel bag collection. So if you were to only get one, aside from like, you know, leather bags, I would definitely get the tweed bag first. Of course, you know, I still love my bag, and I definitely don't regret my choice, and I feel like you should also get a denim one if at all possible. But if budget is an issue, which definitely is for me, then I would recommend the tweed bag first. So that's it for this video, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I hope that this video was beneficial and informational for you in case you were debating whether to get a Chanel tweed or Chanel denim bag. Both of these are obviously amazing options, and I love both bag models and both fabrics. But again, my choice would err towards the side of a Chanel tweed bag. So if you did enjoy this video, please give it a big thumbs up, subscribe, and I'll see you in my next one.